evening, everyone, and welcome to today's session of NutriLIV 360. Today, we are all here to have this power part starting of understanding why health and why now. Amongst so many lifestyle diseases, it is very important that we do what is preventable to keep our health in check. To start the session, it is my honor and privilege to invite Farooq Tarapur. He, ladies and gentlemen, is an Olympian, two-time world champion in sailing, and has had an active sporting career of 40 years. He's won innumerable awards, including the Chhatrapati Shivaji Award and the Arjuna Award. But most importantly, he's a mentor to each and every one of us on the group with the mission Har Ghar Healthy, Har Ghar Medicine Free. Let's listen to him very, very carefully. Over to you, Farooq.
Thank you, Ruchita. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this exciting Monday session and the start of a new set of sessions that will, give you some idea as to what you need to do to have good health. It is 100% predictable that if you embark on a health journey, let us assume just even plain simple, just walking. And if you were to do it with a buddy, your probability of success of doing it continuously, day in, day out, week in, week out, month in, month out, year on year, and for decades is high if you do it with a buddy as compared to if you're doing it alone. And that is why being in this community, really helps you because you're sort of surrounded and you're protected. Today, social media and internet, has got a lot of information. It takes a lot of wisdom to segregate the fact from fiction. And it is this safe community that guides you that what is the right thing to do and what is the wrong thing to do. Also, in a community, what I've noticed is that when people openly declare their goals, they are more likely to succeed. Because if you're responsible for yourself, it's very likely that you might give up or you might quit. But if you are in a community and you have declared the goal on a community, you're more likely to achieve it, not because you have declared it on the community, but because you see that there are others around you who are also succeeding or failing, either way, so that you feel, in a safe environment where you can be guided correctly regarding your goals. Now, I'll give you a simple example. Suppose somebody is 100 kilos in weight and suddenly wants to get to 45. It is a community that helps him, that how do you need to space this out? How many months or years it will take for you to reach there, and to do it so gradually that your body doesn't go into a shock syndrome. And finally, the best of the best, reasons for staying attached to a community is that you get very good information on supplements. You get very good information on how not to very quickly jump onto medication, something that a supplement, like macro and micronutrients do to your body, it will amaze you as to what the medicine cannot do. So, welcome to this community. Today, you're very lucky because Veda was a top level executive. She had no time. She didn't believe in herself that she could achieve these kind of health goals. And once she got connected to a community like this, she realized that how easy it was to find the time, how easy it was to do some exercise while she was in office, how easy it was to set goals, how easy it was to monitor goals, and how easy it was to achieve those goals. So you have if you look at the pre and post pictures, you won't believe the difference that she has made to her health. And also, now that she's made a difference, she's like almost a massive authority to help others, to give them some direction as to, look, I know where you are. I know I was there. And if I could do it, you could do it too. So please help me welcome Veda for this exciting session of health seminars starting from this Monday. Over to you, Veda.
Thank you so much, Farooq, for the kind introduction, and thanks for all the guidance because of which I am here. As you very, very rightly said, I had absolutely no belief, zero, in fact, in the negative spectrum that a person like me, could actually, take care of my health, take control of my health. And that all is down to your guidance. That all is down to this community and the program that we have. Now, let me share my screen and will introduce you to what are we talking about. Just a second. Okay, yeah. Okay, folks. So as Farooq rightly said, I was working, in fact, even now I'm working many, many hours in the day. But yes, when I got introduced to this program, I was working 12 to 15 hours a day, sitting. I'm in the IT profession, on the calls the whole day, and, no exercise, had no discipline. But I saw there were people who were doing exercises also, but still part of this program. I was like, okay, they may be able to do it because they have some kind of discipline, some kind of routine. But slowly, I actually was able to lose a lot of weight in the right fashion and have been able to sustain it. So I'll show you the before and after pictures that Farooq was talking about. But let's first get back to what is this program today that we are going to talk about, right? Okay, so first of all, before even sharing what the program is about, let's look at why do we need a program, right? This program is the NutriLIV 360 Best of Health, Best of Fitness program, we say, because there's a difference between health and fitness. Also, it is a need-based program. Not everyone's health goals are the same. Not everyone's health needs are the same, right? Not everyone's body is the same. Not everyone's metabolism is the same. Not everyone has the same lifestyle diseases. So it is a need-based customized program. Now, what is a healthy lifestyle? The definition is actually healthy lifestyle is not just having a fit body, but it incorporates 8 different aspects, which are actually interlinked: emotional, environmental, financial, intellectual, occupational, physical, social, and spiritual. If you see, all of this actually, each one of them impact each other, right? Nothing can go just singularly. If your financial status is not up to optimum, then obviously the worries, the stress, your job security, that will impact your health or your emotional well-being. Your emotional well-being, if it is not stable, that will impact your cholesterol levels. It will impact your sleep. It will impact your gut. Yes, you will see that. So that everything is interlinked. Now, but why are we talking about health and why now? I would say, why not now? Because every family is undergoing some or the other, a challenge, health challenge. 4 out of 10 Indians are obese. Okay, we're not talking about overweight. We always heard about US being, an obese country. That is a developed country. We are a developing country, and we are already 4 out of 10 being obese. 3 out of 10 deaths are by cardiovascular diseases. 3 out of 10. That's a alarming and scary number. 10 crore people in India, 11.4% of the country's population are living with diabetes. We are actually the diabetic capital of the world, not a statistic to be, proud of. And all of this, obesity, overweight, stress, all of this is interlinked with even your sugar levels, right? 15% could be living with pre-diabetes, but they don't even know it. There are not many people who do regular tests, right? Only when you do regular tests will you know it. And about 50% of them will actually progress from pre-diabetic to diabetic stage. These are stats. I'm not talking out of my own research, but there is a team of almost 2000 plus scientists behind this program. There is a team of thousands of coaches, nutritionists, and all who have done this research and have brought this to you. 8 out of 10 Indians are deficient in protein. We don't even think about protein, and there are so many misnomers, myths about protein, right? 9 out of 10 Indians are unaware of daily requirement of protein. How many of us know अपने को कितना consume करना है? Like how many grams of protein are required? What are we eating from the normal day to day? How much of that is getting absorbed by our body? That awareness is not there, right? Did you know study says 7 out of 10 Indians don't meet the requirement for dietary fibers? I think the only thing that I knew about fibers is salads on fruits. Salads or fruits में fibers होता है. But I didn't realize the value of fibers unless until, the last, I think, 3 years, I can say. Okay. It not just helps in digestion, which is usually the thing that everyone thinks of. It actually can regulate your lipid levels. Yes, it can even regulate your sugar levels. Okay, so it has many other functions than just digestion. 8 out of 10 Indians suffer from micronutrient deficiencies. We all know about vitamin D and B because almost, like 90 plus percent, 80 to 90% of Indians are deficient in vitamin B and vitamin D. Vitamin D for many reasons, not just that we are sitting inside, but our skin tone, tends to absorb lesser vitamin D. Even if you're going to be walking in the daylight, because of our, skin tone, it absorbs lesser. So if you see these, then the women in your family are even more deficient because of the culture that we are also partially, and because we tend to take care of the family first and then tend to take care of ourselves. So it's very important that each person in the family do their, annual checkups where they look at what micronutrients, macronutrients, your other parameters, cholesterol, all liver health. Liver health is becoming a major issue. It used to be restricted to a certain segment who used to drink a lot, but now an average, job, what do you say, a corporate Indian, I can say, is having fatty liver issues, even if they're not alcoholic, right? So yes, 70% Indian population are less than, okay, the micronutrient intakes of 70% is less than the recommended daily allowance. RDA is recommended daily allowance. Now let's come to why, one of the major reasons why we have come to this stage is activities jo pehle itna, where our ancestors used to be hunters, gatherers, then you had, raising of livestock, farmers. All of that required huge amount of activity, 10-12 घंटा काम करने का, right? मेहनत करने का, actual movement. अब मेहनत तो हम अभी भी कर रहे हैं, but sitting कर रहे हैं, correct? Now, as when industrialization started, it reduced to 8 to 10 hours. Research says today, we're talking about activity, okay, movement. Today, literally an average individual has hardly 25 minutes of activity per day. Okay, since the last 20 years, and probably I don't know what it'll be in the near future with everything being super automated. Sedentary is a disease. It's no more a luxury. It is actually a disease. Physical inactivity affects 1 out of 4, people worldwide. It is called the disease of the 21st century. And what does sedentary lead to? We may be doing our morning walks, we may be doing our evening walks, but what between? Are we just sitting and working on our laptops? Are we just sitting and watching? Just a second. Yeah. Are we just sitting? Okay. Yeah. So are we sitting in one place? Those things, because everything is automated. Low activity that is causing cardiovascular diseases.
elevated blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, right? If you're having diabetes for a long time and you're on medication, eventually, a medication is not going to be the only solution. You have to be able to take nutrition. You have to be able to manage your stress, right? Poor food habits because of the what do you say busy lifestyle that we lead, because of the challenges, because of the demands of day to day. What has happened, we resort to convenience, and I did that. I absolutely was guilty, probably partially still guilty of it, but have reduced it drastically when I've understood from this program uh, what is the impact. Not just understood, the program has helped me change those habits gradually. Now, what are poor food habits? Eating processed food, eating junk food, eating fried food, eating any time and every time, right? Eating late nights, not having your morning breakfast. Those are poor food habits. Excessive screen time, again, because watching, it's not just the TV that is shown there. It's your laptops, it is your phones, it is your iPads, I don't know what not, right? Everything is available on a screen. So that's again leading to sedentary lifestyle. 3 out of 4 Indians don't get quality good nights. That is massive. In fact, I was talking to one of my colleagues and she said, I don't get sleep till 1 or 2 a.m. And obviously, her cholesterol levels are very high. Everything is interlinked. Many of us think that, okay, if we do exercise, we will be able to manage. Yes, you will be able to manage to a certain extent. But if you are stressed out, if you are not having good sleep, if you're not following the right good eating habits, you'll still have a imbalanced cholesterol or a high cholesterol, a high triglyceride levels, right? Now, finally, economic burden. Economic burden, it impacts high cost of treatment. One of the major worry factor is, do we as a family have the right medical insurance coverage, right? Now, just a 5 lakh or 10 lakh medical insurance coverage is absolutely not enough. You have a 5 day, you get admitted to the hospital, आराम से 5 दिन अगर ICU में रहो तो फिर done. Your whole insurance is gone for a toss, right? So it impacts your wallet, it impacts your bank account, but more than anything, it is impacting your mental state. You go into depression, anxiety, stress, your family is stressed out. Many times we think that, okay, we are doing things for our family, we are working for our family. But if you're just working and not taking care of your health, the family is going to be adversely impacted when our health goes for a toss, right? Each one in the family, everyone's health is important. Now, are we looking at? Only when we start looking at our daily habits, right? And we are not saying 100%. Even today, that's what I love about this program is small changes. If we can get our habits corrected, it will reduce the unease, which will then, lead us to a disease-free life. And that's what we are looking at. When we're saying disease-free, anything to do with lifestyle instigated or lifestyle induced diseases, right? The aim of this whole community is, our aim is to stay ahead of the day every day. We are not saying that falling ill is wrong. How fast you recover? What are those illnesses? What is the gravity of those illnesses? You will, probably catch a viral, but how much is that viral impacting you? How long is it impacting you? That shows your immunity, that shows your health, your organ health, right? Now we saw why there is a huge need for a health program, for a health community. Let's look at some aspects of what this program is about. Okay. Again, stressing, it is a need-based program which is customized for each one of us. Okay. Some of the pillars, as you see here, there are 6 holistic pillars of the program. It is not just one or two things we take care of, or we through the whatever we go through, we take care of 6 aspects. Diet guidance, there is I will not say there is a prescribed diet कि आपको breakfast में खाना क्या चाहिए, lunch में, dinner में. No, because it has research has proven that probably those kind of diets you can follow for 20 days, 21 days, 40 days, but definitely not beyond that. Correct? Why? Now, in a family of four, which is usually a nuclear family, if you are following a diet, 100% गिवन है कि बाकी तीन बोलेंगे ममा if I'm following mama आप घास फूस खा रहे हम नहीं खाएंगे, right? Then you have to end up cooking for others. When you start cooking for others or everyone has a different meal plate, it is given that sooner rather than later everything is going to crash. Okay, second, it's not practical. So what we look at is retaining what your roots have, what you are used to, what your grandparents have taught you, what your parents have taught you, but correcting the portions, correcting the timings, correcting your, meal plate, how it is designed, when are you eating, how are you eating? Those are the things that we look at, right? Exercise guidance. Fark always says, not too much, not too little. Many of us do this. Too little, though it is enormous in terms of number. Many of us, like I would say 80% are too little. But those who do exercise also, I've seen that suddenly we start doing something, without taking guidance. You just start doing something, say, for example, either a brisk walk. How are you running? Are you jogging immediately? Are you doing it paced? Are you measuring your pulse rate? Right? Those kind of guidances, and that is what Farooq himself is there on the program. He is an Olympian himself. He is a three-time Olympian. He's an Arjuna awardee. He is training the next Olympic team. He has represented India in many international events and national events. He has seen all types of people, and imagine the patience he has had with people like me. I can say absolutely no discipline, but yes, you'll get the exercise guidance. Healthy habits building. Now, how will this happen? Through the community, yes, but these awareness sessions that are there every Monday that we have 9 p.m. Ask the person who has invited you today to, for the invites every Monday at 9 p.m. You will get some 12 to, 14 different topics that we will cover around all aspects of what I just alluded to, right? When you are aware and when you're part of the community, when you're reporting, okay, it'll ensure that you stay course. Even if there is a deviation, because of that deviation what is your impact, and then you can course correct, because that's what is now happening with me. Started this program somewhere in 2020, towards September 2021, and lost about 22 kgs across a span of 16, 17 months. But because of these awareness sessions, because of the habit building and the reporting that we had, right? Sharing of plates, sharing of your parameters, whether you're doing it or not, whether you're following it or not, it helped in this healthy habit building, your product regimen. Now, many of us now, finally, there was a time when people didn't acknowledge that there is a nutrition gap in the food that we eat. Today, probably many more percentage, a wider percentage of people actually acknowledge कि हाँ, एक न्यूट्रिशन गैप है. जो खाना आज मुझे मिल रहा है या सब्जी आज मैं खा रही हूँ, what my mom used to have, 40 years back, when she was my age, 30 years back when she was my age, it gave her more nutrition than it's giving me today. Why? Because the air pollution has increased, your water pollution has increased, your soil pollution has increased, right? And we are getting food from cold storage. We are not getting fresh food. Whatever you get in the market, you can ask your sabzi wala. It is not fresh from, it is at least 30 days old. How is it possible? Because of the cold storage. And you're getting not just seasonal fruits, you're getting all throughout. Seasonal fruits bhi pure saal mein mil rahe. Obviously, it's not going to give you. Hence, you need supplementation, but the right kind of supplementation. We're not saying any supplementation, absolutely not, pharmaceutical supplementation. what we will show you, and through awareness sessions, we will come to what is the right kind of supplementation for, say, for example, a protein, or the right fats, omega-3. How can you supplement, or your micronutrients, all the whole series. Then you have lifestyle, stress and sleep. There will be sessions also on this where you can attend and understand this. Sync up with your health buddy, because this is a continuous process. It's going to take a while to actually be able to understand, and everyone has their own way of tackling stress, right? And it doesn't happen just over a day. It requires a series of conversation and understanding. Finally, what Farooq also was saying, without being part of a community, it is absolutely challenging to sustain any journey, right? Because जब आप साथ में किसी के साथ करते हो, even if, say, one person is not having the mood to walk, like if I'm not having the mood to walk, but because there is someone else also who is reporting in the community that they have walked 5 kilometers today, that guilt, if not today, the next day will make me walk, right? Or if you have a walking partner, preferably not your spouse, because you can manipulate your spouse, but preferably someone whom you can be accountable to and whom you can't just say no to, right? So have those kind of partners. Second, in the community, share your health goal. Okay. When you share and announce, as Farooq said, when you announce your goal, um, there are higher chances that you will achieve it, and higher chances that the community will work along with you to help you achieve it, right? We have our WhatsApp community, where at least when I was when I was in that whole weight loss mood or the whole regime. Okay, right now I'm trying to sustain. There's much more that I can do. Yes, I agree to that. But when we were doing it, we were at least about 15 of us who were reporting, 10 to 15 of us who were reporting on a daily basis all our parameters. Okay, when I say parameters, our weight kya hai, fat percentage kya hai, visceral fat percentage. Yes, there is a very, very easy way to measure it, right? What are the calories that we had? What is the supplementation? When was the last meal that we had? Now, not every time was I right. In fact, more often than not, less. Um, I used to default, or I didn't do my walks, especially in exercise, because of the way I was, my lifestyle was, or my working patterns. Walk was my weakest link, I would say, okay, to the whole success. But then, Ruchita, if you can please publish the link of our website in the chat, www.slimtrimsexythin.com. In that, Farooq has demonstrated certain exercises that are actually, they are researched and approved for anyone to be able to do it. It is safe so that you don't injure your spine. You're able to do it sitting, and those exercises help me lose my weight, help me lose my fats. And that is more important. Losing fat is more important, not just weight. Losing visceral fat is important. Losing subcutaneous fat is important. And during that time, when you are reporting in this community, you will get guidance from our coach, Farooq. You will get guidance from our, mentors, Raj, Anaita, Anu. You will get guidance from your health buddy also, right? As to, okay, now that you're losing this weight, why don't you start your abs building exercise? Why don't you start, biceps, triceps, and simple exercises that you can do at home? I have not gone to subscribe for a gym because I know I've done it in the past and wasted money without going even for a single day. Again, we are not saying that, okay, you will have to do so much, but little of everything will give you a bigger outcome rather than 100% of one thing. Trust me on, not just trust me, it is proven. Our foundations of health that we work on, adequate sleep, which is again what Ayurveda also, prescribes, adequate hydration. There will be a session on hydration, a balanced diet, regular exercise, supplementation, and reduced stress. Okay. What we focus on in this program is not just weight loss. No. Weight loss, of course, will lead to many, many benefits. Weight management, when I say weight, fat loss. When I say fat, subcutaneous and visceral fat, which not many look at. But the whole aim is, as long as we are alive, can we lead a healthy life? Right? Can I be moving and doing all my things by my own till the last day of my life? So, what do we look at here? We are looking at how we can improve the health span of all of us. The program focuses on health span, not just lifespan. Lifespan is what doctors definitely help us improve, right? Lifespan. Now, how do we live that life? Do we live nowadays? We see a lot of our parents. In fact, I've had the close experience where unfortunately my dad had was bedridden for the last 2 to 3 years of his life. Obviously there were other issues because he was handicapped, but all I'm trying to say is none of us would want to live for long but on the bed, right? So that's what our program focuses on. Okay, we focus on health span, which is indirectly your organ health, right? Okay, one more thing. Many of us start to go for exercise without understanding whether our organs are healthy or strong enough to take that exercise, the amount of exercise. So in this program, through these pillars, right, again coming back, your product regimen, for example, supplementation is taking care, improving your removing your deficiencies so that your organs become strong enough to take on the stress. If your physical health is good, you will be able to manage stress, you will be able to manage your emotional ups and downs, and those are given, right? Stress, there is definite stress is given. You cannot just say no, I don't want stress. नहीं, stress होने वाला है, हम कैसे manage करेंगे, that's going to matter, right? Okay, what else will we look at? We are going to be also looking at gut health, because in the end it is proven that there is a connection between our gut and our brain. Okay, there is a physical connection, there is a chemical connection also. Okay, so if you are emotionally stressed, if you are not getting the right sleep and all, you will see that it will impact your gut health. You will have acidic reactions and all. We have a very good focus session on gut health. So the aim of this program again is how we can improve the balance of good bacteria versus bad bacteria. Okay, I will probably overshoot my time if I deviate there, but you can wait for the gut health session. The next aspect that we look at is morning nutrition. Are you having your breakfast not just a chai biscuit, chai bread, cornflakes? No. Are you having the right amount of nutrition for your breakfast? Because when we sleep and get up, when we sleep in the night, what happens? Our body goes into repair, it goes into resting phase. So your metabolism is least. Repair mode mein pura micronutrients, macronutrients, it has been absorbed. When I say macronutrients, your um, protein is basically goes into negative. One needs to replenish your protein on a daily basis, which is unlike the other micronutrients, right? So we focus on morning nutrition, and again we'll have a deep dive session on this. It is proven that if you do not have your breakfast for long periods of years, you will lead into obesity. It will lead you into fatty liver diseases. It will lead you into, diabetes. May not be all of it, but something of these. Okay. आज नहीं समझेगा. There are many of my friends and colleagues who, delay their breakfast till they don't even call it breakfast. Yes, they have their brunch or whatever after 11:30. In the sessions, you'll understand better, why we say that don't skip your breakfast and have a nutritious. But to top it all, the trump card of our program is, yes, we take care of all of it, but it has been designed with the experience that Farooq himself has, brought since the last, he has had an active sporting career of 40 years. 40 years. There is no other sports person, professional sports person, international or national, who you go search for any sports person who has had an active sporting career for 40 years. The last time, when he had represented India in the Asian Games was at the age of 52. And I think, if I'm not wrong, Farooq, I think you got this the silver medal also. I may be wrong, but please correct me. But yes, his experience on the nutrition, his experience on the supplementation, his experience on not too much, not too less exercise, right? That is what he has brought in here, and he's there to mentor us. Where will we get a double world champion? He's a double world champion, two-time world champion in the sport of yachting. As I mentioned earlier, 3 Olympics he has represented India, numerous medals. You have him on the WhatsApp community. You have a chance, friends, to actually take his guidance, understand from him. And I can tell you, I used to feel कि फर्क कर सकते हैं, हम नहीं कर सकते. How can we, get into so much of discipline? Trust me, small things and the guidance that is given on the group will help you take those minor steps, which will lead you to greater results, right? What are the next steps? There is a simple Karada scan that you can do. Either go to the person, who has invited you. If you can visit their house, I'm sure they will have this weighing scale, or they'll help you how you can get it. Take that scan, because it gives you about 13 to 16 parameters of your body, not just and then you would have your recent blood test. There is this Google Forms link that you can fill, where we understand what is your current state of health. Okay. What is the lifestyle that you lead in terms of stress levels, in terms of food patterns, exercise, everything, smoking, drinking, all of it, right? And then we recommend supplementation. We recommend what should we sit together to decide on the short-term health goal and the long-term health goal. And if required, as required, we also take, guidance, and through the community, you can start off. Now, I did want to share with you a few testimonials. If you can see, we don't just focus on weight loss, but this young girl, she was facing, long-term acne and severe, okay? And through the gut health program, gut reset, we have a 10-day gut reset that you can follow, and then gut cleansing. We have pre and probiotics, fiber, all of it. So with that, this is what she was suffering for almost, I think, if I'm not wrong, 5 to 6 years. It got cleared through this program. We also have Deepika, where you will see her taking some sessions in the coming few weeks. Deepika and I were on the program, at the same time, and probably her reporting, not we were not connecting with each other, but just seeing her report or seeing me report, it would encourage, we would, kind of silently encourage each other, or rather be, silent competitors ki kaun zyada, who is reaching the goal faster. And that would help us. Tremendous, I think almost about 35 plus kg. And she's a Punjabi. Okay, Punjabi, I always introduce her as Punjabi by birth, Punjabi by food habits, and Punjabi by her energy, everything, right? Imagine if she could do it. Okay, if I could do it. This is me. I was almost about 80 kgs. Bad habits, processed food. We used to order in ghar pe. Weekends to ordering ही था. During weekdays also, because I didn't have the time to eat, to cook at times, sitting all day. Yes, still feel showing that I was energetic. Everyone thought I was energetic, but I knew what I was going through, right? This is what I could achieve. Now, since then, I have like kind of put on a few kgs, 3 to 5 kgs, but in the last 18 months, I've been able to sustain no gain. In fact, in the last 6 months, I've been able to drop slightly also. More than anything, right? This weight loss was, as I said earlier, it was mainly to do with fat loss. I started building muscles through those simple exercises that are there on the website, right? Now, gut health, your gut cleansing, taking care of your nutrition, taking care of the timing of your food and all, it not just helped me lose weight, it also helped me clear my skin. Uh, Acne reduction, your marks, I had heavy pigmentation on my face. It got my skin much more clearer. Now, if I get any acne, I immediately know there is a gut health issue, right? And again, you're course correcting. Anytime there's acidity, I had severe through this whole phase. I had severe piles and fissure issue. I had to undergo a operation. There are many who come back to me, whether operations nahi successful hote, you have to undergo again. No, 2021 was my operation. I don't have any issues. In fact, finally, because of the gut health program, I'm back to normal daily functioning, right? It took almost 6, 7 years to get to this stage. But this program, this community, the habit building, small habit building, I used to be a person who would eat late. Okay. Now, it was impossible for me when people would tell me, when Farooq would say, eat early, whether you can do it. I would say, nahi hota hai, because calls used to. But then when we start planning, say take the weekend for planning, plan to eat early, carry a shake. We have very good organic shakes with us, which are wholesome nutritious shakes that we have. So now it is a conscious decision that I have to have my last meal by 7, 7:30. If I am in office, I'm getting late, I have the powder I take along with me. If I'm getting late, I have it. If I'm snacking in office, that's the last meal I will have at 5:30. I will not have after that. Earlier, as to feel hungry. Why? There are many things that through the course you will understand. Many people say that, okay, 7:30 के बाद खाना नहीं खाने का है, भूख लगेगी. Trust me, if you're having the right balanced plate, you will not feel hungry. If you're having protein in the morning as you in your breakfast, and you have protein portions in for lunch as well as dinner, that's your last meal, you will not feel hungry. It won't happen in a day's time, but that is small habit buildings that are enabled, and it's possible to do when you're part of a community, and a community like this. Imagine a community of people who are here to help you improve your health, and no other ulterior motive, and they will take you along. When I was starting this journey, I thought, okay, let me improve. But because a person who I'm still quite much more lazy than many others. But if I could do this, everyone else can. And that's what we give back. Deepika presents, Manoj, you see presenting. All of us achieved something through this community, and we are trying to give it back and help others as well. As we always say, shine, follow the principles of shine, start every day with gratitude and optimism. There is so much more to do in life and to enjoy life. Have your nutrition, not just your food, not just on time, but to supplement with the right supplementations. Visualize your goals. Farooq always used to say, if you're on any journey, print it out, and it should be you should be seeing it in front of you all the time. Your mobile screen is probably your kya bolte, home screen and all. Lock screen is the best thing because you see your mobile day in and day out, right? Learn something new. Again, sorry, set clear intentions. Whenever you're setting a goal, please discuss it with your mentor, because if you're individually doing it, it may not be the right goal for you at this moment of time, right? As Farooq said, if someone is 100 kgs and wants to go to 40, there will be programs outside which will tell you that you can do it in 2 months or 3 months. But that is not sustainable, and it'll get your body into shock, right? So, uh, what do you say? Counsel and set your intentions. Learn something new, because with learning is how we grow, and that's how we trigger our mind. Come every Monday and join us to learn something, get more awareness, exercise daily. ये एक चीज है जो आपको ही करनी है. खाना कोई और बना के दे सकता है, न्यूट्रिशियस फूड कोई और बना के दे सकता है, लेकिन एक्सरसाइज we only need to do it. There are multiple forms of exercise, but again, as per your health goals, where you are at today, take one step ahead from there. Don't take 10 steps ahead without counseling. So, exercise absolutely important. That's it from my side. I hope this helped you all in understanding the program construct, and also taking a decision on what is your health goal. Our sessions will continue for about 3 months. Probably take a health goal for 3 months, 90 days, but then break it down to a 30-day goal. Again, it's your health buddy, it's the person who has invited you who can help you draft those goals. So, yes, back to you, Ruchita.
Thank you so much, Veda, for so patiently guiding us through this. And I hope, friends, we understand the importance of taking charge of our health. And if nothing else, just hold hands of your health buddies and they'll help you sail through. With that, we come to an end of this amazing session and see you in the next week with yet another topic. Until then, good night, stay safe. Bye bye.